Hello, everyone. Earthangel here. How are you doing? Hopefully, you guys are doing great. It is a beautiful, beautiful day outside today. The sun is shining. It is. I had to wear my thermal shirt this morning with my jacket. But then as the day progressed, I just started layering, taking things off. Uh, you know, while I was out and about. I have been extremely, I have been working hard on, uh, things that I need to do as far as my purpose. And I know that I have been missing all of you. I've been MIA, missing in action. That's because I have been working so hard. But I'm hoping that things will kind of let up now, and so I'm able to once again regain my footing and start recording a little bit more for you. So let's just cross our fingers for that, right? Anyway, you guys, I just want to take a moment. It has been so busy for us all. So just, breathe in with me and hold it and breathe out. And do it again. Breathe in and hold it and breathe out. Let all that air, toxicity, fear, worry, doubt, let it all out. Let it go. I mean, everyone has been so busy. There have been a lot of, headlines, things going on in the news, on TV. And if you haven't had a chance to kind of just let that go, please do so. Because you're inundating, you've got yourself just so wound up, so tight, worrying about world affairs, when actually you need to take time throughout the day, sit peacefully, put your feet on the ground or go outside, ground yourself, get back to nature, get back to yourself, bring in, just your inner self, just bring in, get back to love and light and peace. And then take the time to pray for the collective, for everything that's going on in the world. But don't hold on to it. Let it go. All right? Say, I detach from it. This is going on, but God, I send God, universe, source, divine, whoever you call on, just say, send up a prayer about what's going on. And but I do not wish to hold it. I do not wish to carry it. It's too much for me to hold. And that way, you're going to put yourself back to a place where you are back to love, back to peace, breathing again, and not worrying so much, because it will all be taken care of. All right? Just know, just have peace, just believe in the universal energy, source, God, believe that things will work out in the end. They will get better. They will. So another thing that I wanted to talk to you about is some of you have been dating and, meeting a new counterpart. It And I have to admit, you guys, I have been too. I am too. So, but you know what? This Valentine's Day was quite interesting. I didn't expect anything from anybody as far as men. Anyone saying, you know, Happy Valentine's Day or would you be my Valentine or anything like that. And it was interesting because I figured it was going to be just a regular day. It was going to be quiet. And I got to, I got into the office and I was reached out by an ex, reached out by someone new. And then reached out by someone else who I never expected to hear from. And I don't know them a whole heck of a lot. So needless to say, my Valentine's Day ended up being so surprising because I just thought it was going to be very quiet. I would get into the office, of course, other people would receive flowers, receive candy, whatever. And my day was everything but that. And I'm grateful because, here it is. I wasn't expecting anything and God came through, shined through, showed out. And so that's what happened to me. I pray and hope that you had a wonderful Valentine's Day, even if you didn't share it with anybody, because I got into the office and I said, I'm my Valentine. I love myself. That's what I said when I got into the office. And everyone just kind of smiled. And, those who didn't have a Valentine or didn't have anyone, they smiled. And I think it made their day. It made them think, you know what? I love myself too. It's not a bad day. It's actually, I'm going to make it. I'm going to be okay. Yeah. So anyway, that was an interesting day. Another thing that I want to share is, like I said, talking about some of you are dating. Now this video, actually, before I get started, please, you guys, like my video, subscribe, and share my videos, please. I would like to share with as many people as possible. Get the word out, okay? Of what's going on. Anyway, my video, the name of my video is Continuous Red Flags. And I wanted to come on and talk to you, to the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine about it. Because some of you who have decided, I'm not going to wait for my ex. I know God has someone else out there for me, the high-level soulmate. So, in speaking about the high-level soulmate, there are many people out there who want to meet you. Number one, you're going to meet someone who has not been dating for a while, and they've been kind of lonely, and they are looking for a new mate. So they are reaching out. And once they meet someone who is of the same vibration as them, they want to automatically grab you and latch onto you. They want you to be their divine masculine or divine feminine. Now, it's important for everyone to set boundaries. It's important for everyone to not ignore the red flags. You have just been through a journey that has taught you to not ignore the red flags. This is something that you may have done in the past, in your past relationships, and now you have booed up. You're now that queen, that empress, right? And it is time for you to really show what you are made of. You've had time to work on yourself, to go within, to, heal your heart and figure out who you really are and what you really want in life. So with that, you're meeting someone new, you've met a high-level person who is ready to just rush in and just have a relationship. However, you do need to discern. You do need to watch for the red flags. So, if you're a person who, okay, I'm going to put myself out there, I'm going to be vulnerable, I'm going to meet some new people, right? And someone comes up to you and says, hey, and it's only been, let's see, I'll give an example. It's only been 3 weeks. 3 weeks, right? And then next thing you know, they're inviting you over. Hey, just got off from work. I know, I've had a hard day. I'm just going to get into the jacuzzi. And then they say, I'm going to leave the door open, unlocked. So if you want to come over and join me in the jacuzzi in the backyard, you can. What? I just met you 3 weeks ago. Okay? We've only had 2 dates. We've only been out to eat twice. First, okay? That's your first red flag. And then you may not think it's a red flag. You may think, I'm going to talk to this person and tell them, you know what, I'm just not available. I'm not ready yet. I thought I was, but I am actually unavailable. I'm not ready yet. Okay? You're moving too fast. I need you to slow down. Okay? And give it some time. It might be someone you like. It might not be someone that you've connected with yet that you like. And so you want to take your time and be sure this is the person that I want to move forward with. I want to settle down with, So next thing you know, you go on and they're contacting you every day and saying, hey, what are you doing? And you're saying, well, I actually, I'm working on some stuff, working on your purpose, on the things, your mission work, right? And they're like, oh, okay, excuse me. And they don't understand what you're talking about. They have no idea what you're talking about. You might look at that like, okay, well, I want to connect with someone who's on the same vibration as I am, who knows there's a mission, who is willing to come together and decide on what type of relationship this is. Is it a friendship going to be a friendship or a partnership? Or is this something that, I'm going to go forward and commit to? I really like him or I really like her, right? But I want to know more about them. So, the next thing you know, you're like, I'm going to be busy today. I'm on a web call. I'm working on this project with this other team. And, they're like, okay, well, do your thing. And then next thing you know, during the web call, you're seeing on your phone all these messages going across and saying, I want you, and, it's, is this too much? And I am, and you're sitting there going, what? Still week 3. Only had 2 dates. And you've already talked to them about the jacuzzi thing. You're thinking, okay, well, we're not going to do that yet. I could see if it were spring or summer and you're inviting me over. I haven't even been to your place. I don't know you like that. I don't even know if you're the right person for me, right? If we're connecting, if we're vibing, right? So then you're like, okay, that's not cool, right? So then another day comes and you haven't talked to them in a couple of days because you're like, okay, I've had enough, I think. So then they say, I want to go out on another date. And so you go out on the second date, right? And, you're given it a chance. You're like, you know what? Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. Let me take some time out to really get to know this person. So, you go out to dinner, you have a nice dinner, really nice vibe, you communicate very well, everything's fine. And then next thing you know, you go home, they go home, everything's perfect. And then a day or two goes by and Valentine's Day comes near and they call you up and say, hey, I just want to know, what are we? Are we in a relationship? And you're just sitting here flabbergasted, like, we only had 2 dates. It's only been 3 weeks. I don't know you that well. I don't know enough about you. We've only had 2 dates. You talked on the phone a few times, so you don't really know them. And so you're busy working on, your mission or your purpose, and, you're taking time out for you. You're not rushing into anything, but they are. And then you're like, okay. And days later, you're not talking to them. And the next thing they know, they said, they send you a text. I hope I'm not being too forward. And you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh. So, next thing you know, I'm not sexually with anyone else. I'm hoping that my, this will be with you. It'll be sexual with you. And you're like, okay, too many red flags. So what I want to speak with you about, now there may be someone, you have been single for a while. They have been single for a while, and you meet and you connect. There's just this vibe, and you two start to date, and you start working on things together. But of course, you're not ready to go to bed with them. You're not even ready to go over there to their house. You're like, I'm just kind of casually dating. Um, you know, we're not in a commitment yet, or maybe you are. And so it's very important for you to really set the guidelines, really set your boundaries as far as what you are. Now, if you have already told them, I'm not available, I told myself I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to step out there and I'm going to meet someone and I'm going to have a date or two, right? I'm going to put myself out there. And then you find they're actually not the right person. And you're sitting there going, oh, put myself out there. I'm just not ready yet. It's not that you're not ready. It's not that you don't love yourself. It's not that you're not vulnerable. It's just that you have not found the right person yet. You haven't found the connection, right? And for some, you need to know that God is testing you. Your very first person might be spot on, and this is the person for you. And for others, your very first person might just be a test. To see that you've come through that journey and you really have set boundaries. And you're really ready to move forward. Okay? It's very important. There are some you have made up your mind, nope, okay, this is not the person for me, and you know it. Because you have leveled up, you know from that very first encounter or the second, or just talking to them on the phone, this is not my king or emperor. But they're a really nice person. I would like to be friends with them. You need to check and see if that is their intention. Please make your intention clear to them. Another thing is, I want to go a little bit deeper, a little bit further. Some of us know or see the red flags, but you're just a nice person. Some people call that being naive, but it's just that that's just your character. You're a nice person. You want to be nice to everybody. But you've got to know when to set the boundaries and finally say, okay, there's too many red flags. Your intuition has told you this is not the person for me. And you need, it's important for you to honor what your intuition is telling you. All right? So if your intuition says, look, this is not the person, then you know it was just a test. It's just a test. Sorry, you guys. Gotta drink my water. It was just a test. And it's important for you to continue to date, go on to the next person until you meet the right person. Now, I also want to share that your divine counterpart, your soul connection, I don't call it twin flame, I hear that the twin flame journey was, it was misconstrued and it was kind of something wonky went on and there was a lot of games and karmic cycles that happened and stuff like that. And so they're saying, you know what, you have really what's the word? You have really awakened and risen up. And so a lot of you are feeling, not in the twin flame journey. But so it is a soul connection, right? So anyway, there are a lot of divine masculine and feminine, your exes, who will be coming back. Some of you haven't talked to them in a long time. Some of them you have. You can get on the phone and you can talk to them. They realize, or some of them know, you may have told them, you know what, I was waiting for you, but I'm dating now. I'm seeing other people. I'm seeing that it's time to move on. You have not reached out to me. You didn't choose me. I am your divine masculine or your divine feminine. You didn't choose me, so I'm moving on. At that instance that you say, I'm moving on, ding, 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 the light bulb goes off, and they're like, they wake up, and next thing you know, they're calling you. Oh my gosh, I don't know. What? And they're saying, I don't want anyone else with you. And so now they're stepping up their game. They're having to step up their game, right? There are going to be some that are doing that. And you're like, so you're going to have, when they say you have choices, you have choices. Take your time and make sure that the person that you choose is the correct person. If you have that connection with God, with your spirit guides, the Holy Spirit, the universe, divine, whoever, if you have that with the angels, you have that connection. And your ancestors, oh my gosh, don't let your ancestors get in there because, well, I can't say don't let them, because they're going to bombard, they're going to get in there one way or the other. If they are pushing for you to be with X, or pushing for you to be with Y, or pushing for you to be with Z, you're going to know it. You're going to find out. Whether it's in your dream state or if you're awake and you're meditating and you're taking time to connect, you're going to find out who the person actually is. All right? In your dream state, of course, you're going to still, your DM or DF is still going to connect to you, or it's going to be your new high-level soulmate. Take your time, you guys. There is no rush. Sure, some of you are lonely, or I shouldn't say lonely, have been alone for so long, but now is the time to start anew. Now is the time to really look at your experiences from your past, or some people say your mistakes, experiences from the past. What the red flags, what you didn't pay attention to in the past, and pay attention to them now. It's important that you figure it out and decide on what you want for your life. You are the creator of your universe, right? You're co-creating with God, with the universe. So make sure that what you receive is of the utmost importance of what you really want, okay? So I just wanted to come on and share that with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to get off of here. and try to record another video, so I'm ready. Next time I'm supposed to, put out a video. But anyway, if you can say to yourself, just one last thing, if you can say to yourself, I'm single, I'm still single, then you're single. If you say to yourself, you know what, I'm able to communicate with that person and we just have the most wonderful vibe, I can see myself with this person. They have the look, everything that I've been asking for. They are a boss. They are this, or, both of us are bosses. We're leaders. We both are starting to set goals in our lives to move forward. And it looks like that is the person that, you're connecting with and you like, then that's the person that you're connecting with. But I just say, take your time, get to know this person, and set boundaries. All right. There are going to be people who come into your life and they just know right off the bat what they want, who they want, and it's you. But you cannot sit there and go, okay, well, they picked me, so okay. No. You need to know for sure for yourself if this is what you want. So anyway, you guys, just wanted to share that with you. I love you, love you, love you, love you. I miss you. And I will talk with you on the next video. I hope this helped shine a light for all of you. Okay, take care, peace. I love you. Bye-bye. See you on the next video.